P2B and the Labour Party seriously underestimated the votes that they got in Rivers State during the presidential election. They also overestimated the votes that APC and Bola Tinubu got in Rivers in the same election. If you look at the petition that they submitted at the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal, you will see that the Labour Party votes are higher, while that of the APC is lower. You can see the results declared by INEC. No one knows how they arrived at the figures because it's quite different from what's uploaded on IREV. Of course, that's not counting the polling units that their results are non-existent on the IREV, plus places where elections didn't hold. Now, take a look at the sum of the results from the INEC IREV. Credit to Stanley and other Nigerians who took the time to collate the results uploaded on the IREV. Also, many thanks to all those who have joined our membership recently. Thank you all for the massive support. It is well appreciated. As you can see, the results are quite different from what INEC announced. This result is also in line with what the Yaga Africa said after the election. According to them, Labour Party got about 51% of the votes from the polling units they monitored during the election. It's not far from the 54% they got after the collation by citizens, as you can see here. Also, P2B said that they got more than 50% in one of his interviews. This is impunity taken too far. Even if INEC really had a network or hacking problem like they claimed that made it impossible to upload the presidential election results, why didn't the INEC chairman wait to confirm the results from the IREV before the declaration of the winner? You can see the state of things on the IREV as classified in this graph. The first bar is the number of polling unit results that are okay and readable, followed by the ones that are not uploaded. Also, blurry results sheets, wrong uploads, a situation where they upload entirely different things like someone's image or a result from another state, just in that order. Judging by the results, APC and PDP didn't get the required 25% in Rivers State, and worryingly, there are still over 1,000 polling unit results from Rivers State still yet to be uploaded to the IREV. Is that even legal? To upload results several days after the election was conducted? Since the INEC chairman is aware of how the beavers works, why didn't he wait for offline uploads to come online so as to verify the results before the declaration? INEC designed the beavers to work online and offline. Say for instance, there is a connection problem that is preventing the instant upload of election results after counting has finished at the polling unit. The polling officers are trained to use the offline upload option, which is essentially capturing all the data with the beavers machine, and immediately the connection to the IREV is restored, it will upload the results automatically. Think of it like an upload you want to do on any social media site like Facebook, YouTube or Twitter. You've loaded your image or video and all of a sudden you lose connection or you run out of data. Immediately the connection is restored, your upload will automatically restart and complete all by itself without your input. If the INEC chairman Mahmood Yakubu is aware of this and he still went ahead and announced a winner without waiting for the offline uploads to come online, that means he willfully participated and enabled a premeditated rigging planned before the election. By blocking uploads of presidential election results while the National Assembly election results wasn't blocked, it enabled politicians to manipulate and manufacture the results, which he hurriedly declared while some political parties protested the non-adherence to the electoral law. The collation of the Rivers State presidential election results by patriotic citizens is just a tip of the iceberg of what happened in other states of the Federation during the presidential election. Remember that the results are not even complete yet. Many strongholds of the Labour Party are not yet uploaded to the IREV, which can only mean that their votes will increase when the missing results are added. So what it means is that the Labour Party intentionally tendered a conservative figure in their petition. These are filed under oath, so it's better to underestimate their votes instead of quoting figures that they can't defend. That will give their opponents room for argument. The Labour Party was not fully prepared for the tsunami of votes that came their way in the presidential election. They didn't have representation in many polling units, which led to concerned Labour Party voters acting as agents. Of course, it didn't work out in many instances. Many were chased away. Some were only able to snap the results. At the end of the day, not all the polling unit results made their way to the Labour Party situation room. This happened in their strongholds too. Of course, intimidation was also widespread during the election. Thugs worked in partnership with the police, especially in Rivers State and Lagos.
Governors invaded polling booths. But the problem is that there is no consequence management in Nigeria. If there was consequence management, 3-4 governors in jail to prevent the next set of governors from doing what this was doing. But if we don't insist now, the next elections will be worse than this. This is why we will take the names of these public officials, and not governors alone, and thank God the Americans are asking us to bring their names. Thank God the British are saying they want those names to go out.
Just like Professor Pat Otomi said in the Big Tent press conference, they are compiling names of people who undermine democracy at the US request. Yes, the world saw what happened. That's a tweet by the US mission in Nigeria. Maybe that's why Biden hasn't congratulated Tinubu. It was a coup against the people of Nigeria. Anyway, you can reach out to Pat Otomi and co on Twitter for suggestions on people who will be added to the list for possible sanctions. Chief on the list should be this guy who has his family in the United States where things work, where he can't racially profile anyone without consequence, but in Nigeria he threatens an entire tribe, sends his thugs to maim and disenfranchise people on election day. Till this day, no security agency has questioned him for the hate he spread during the election. Instead, the DSS are busy looking for people like this lady who shared this video of ballot papers allegedly destroyed by thugs working for the governor of Edo State. What in the world is going on with our country? These people stole a lot of votes from Labour Party. What it shows is that Peter Obi is not desperate. He has said it many times that the process by which one gets to power determines what will happen thereafter. You don't expect someone who bribed his way with millions of dollars to get to power to do something in the interest of the country without first of all recovering his investment. There are politicians who will take advantage of the situation if they were in Peter Obi's shoes. They know the masses back them. They can cause a lot of harm to the country with massive protests because the mandate was stolen. No, not Peter Obi. He called for calm and reiterated that he trusts the courts to do the right thing. Another individual that should make the sanctions list is Governor Wike of Rivers State. He took election rigging and intimidation to another level, all in his quest to be in the good books of Bola Tinubu and take his revenge on Atiku Abubakar. His role in the rigging of the election in Rivers State is the main reason citizens did this collation to see the true votes that were cast in Rivers State.
If you want to vote for Peter, go home. Go to your local government. Vote for Peter, go home. In Rivers State. Unit 18 here. For whom you vote. Unit 18.
Career politicians see politics as a business. Where do you invest your money and recover it when you get to office? That's why they can do anything to get to office. That's how Bola Tinubu captured Lagos State since his tenure ended in 2007. That's if it truly ended. He has been the one who determines the governor of Lagos State since then. Why does he do that? Because he is protecting his investment. Well, not really an investment. He didn't invest any money. He simply used his influence when he was the governor of Lagos State to capture the state. So he will not allow someone that is not nominated by him to become the governor of Lagos State. Especially the person that openly said he will dismantle Tinubu's stranglehold in Lagos State. That's why Lagos Guba election was the most violent in Nigeria's recent history, much more than Rivers State. They did everything in their power to maintain the money flowing into their pockets. That's also why a thug will threaten Igbos and non-Yorubas, and his subordinates will carry out his orders on election day. And nothing will happen to him. No consequence with the law, no reprimand, absolutely nothing at all. These are the sons of the DSS DG with Tinubu. Is this why the DSS can't question the Lagos chief thug? This is not how democracy works. This is totalitarianism. The police are in on it. The politicians have become more dictatorial than the military. All of them are now above the law. They are all walking around pretending that nothing happened during the election, while many lie in hospital beds receiving treatment. Their only crime being that they came out to vote on election day, not knowing that people who call themselves excellencies have unleashed thugs on them. Nigerians will not forget. The day of reckoning cannot come sooner. That's why many people are looking up to the judiciary as the last hope, hoping that they do not disappoint, that they do the right thing where there is evidence of massive disenfranchisement and intimidation of voters. Elections should be rerun in those areas. The rightful winner of the presidential election must be declared by the court. The rightful winners of all elections must be declared. They should not complicate matters by looking for loopholes and technicalities, but on the facts before them. This will encourage healing in the land. And most importantly, people who compromised their positions, violated the law, people who stole ballot boxes, and those who ordered them to do it, including their beneficiaries. Also, people in high places, obas, ballets, who openly intimidated people not to vote anyone else except APC.
You don't have right to vote now.
Also, state governors, political advisors, local government chairmen, everyone who was involved in the political heist that happened in Nigeria should face the law, so that it will serve as a deterrent to others in the future. Let's also not forget those who spread tribalism with the ultimate aim of pushing people to tribal lines for political gain. The law should be thrown at them.
What Nigerians expect from me is to comply, preserve and abide and protect the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We shall not fail Nigerians.
The Chief Justice here assuring Nigerians that the judiciary will not fail them. One can only hope. Yes, it seems a hopeless situation, but many still believe that Nigeria will work in their lifetime. A Nigeria where the rule of law will triumph over impunity, over lawlessness and corruption. It's a pity that Buhari hasn't shown leadership this time that Nigeria needs it most. They all pay lip service to the unity of Nigeria. This is a country that has fallen in nearly all metrics since they took power in 2015. This is the same country that they say they won an election. It might seem the future is hopeless for Nigeria, but nothing good can ever come out from people who rigged the elections in order to get to power. It is not by force to govern people who didn't vote for you. Anyway, Nigerians still have hope that the judiciary will do the right thing and deliver judgment based on facts and not look for loopholes to legitimize those who stole the people's mandate. Thanks for watching.